Orchard grass is a bunch-type, tall-growing, cool-season perennial that is suitable for pasture, hay, or silage. It is a high-quality grass that provides excellent feed for most classes of livestock.
Orchard grass is a wonderful grass species. It has high quality, great palatability. The forage is relished by grazing animals, and it's useful either as pasture or to be harvested as hay.
Orchard grass is easy to establish. It can be seeded in early fall or in early spring, but late summer is the preferred time as long as there is plenty of moisture.
It can be seeded in a prepared seed bed or no-till. It needs to be seeded at the optimum date to give us the best results, and that usually occurs in late summer, early fall, when we have good moisture. It needs to be seeded at the proper depth, which is about 1/4 to not over 1/2 inch, and at the proper rate, and so that we've got good seed-to-soil contact.
Orchard grass responds well to nitrogen fertilization and is very compatible with legumes in a mixture. If orchard grass is seeded in pure stands, nitrogen should be applied at the rate of 40 to 60 pounds per acre. Nitrogen applied at the time of seeding, along with timely applications over the growing season, can greatly increase total dry matter production.
Fertility is extremely important in our operation. If we keep our fertility up, our designated crop, our hay and grass crops grow a whole lot better. We do soil test every year in October, soil test every field we got, and we go strictly by them soil tests on the fertility.
We soil test each field annually, and we utilize the recommendations that our county agent makes about nutrition for our soils.
How you graze orchard grass can have a dramatic impact on yield, quality, and persistence. When managed properly, orchard grass will produce excellent results in pasture programs.
Keys to harvesting orchard grass from a grazing standpoint is simply graze rotationally. That's the absolute best key, and then not overgraze. So if we give it a chance to rest between grazing and not graze it too close, that's a key.
We try to have the heifers in a paddock where we can manage them and let them have access to that orchard grass for a short period of time, 3-4 days, and then we move them on to the next paddock. That way we can rest that orchard grass stand for 4 weeks or so before we bring the heifers back again.
For highest quality hay, orchard grass should be harvested in the spring during the late boot to early flowering stages. Aftermath growth can then be harvested at 4 to 6 week intervals. Production and cutting frequency are greatly affected by soil moisture, temperature, and fertility. In addition, cutting too close can reduce the speed of regrowth, yield, and stand life. It is important to never cut or graze orchard grass closer than 3 to 4 inches. Overgrazing or close cutting can reduce yield and shorten stand life of orchard grass.
Stored feed may be better than money in the bank. Now, money in the bank's a good thing, but if you've got several hundred head of cattle and the snow's on the ground and you don't have anything to feed them, stored forage is better. We like the productivity of the orchard grass, and we also like the hay and the grazing that orchard grass provides. We find that having orchard grass with the hay makes it cure better, it produces more, and it makes a more palatable product for the livestock that are eating that hay.
It would be impossible for me to do what I do without orchard grass hay. Our stands would last 4 or 5 years without orchard grass, and with orchard grass we can get 6 and 7 and sometimes even 8 years out of a stand and still be profitable.
Orchard grass continues to play an important role in animal agriculture. Proper fertilization and management will ensure long-lived, productive stands of high-quality forage that grazing animals enjoy.
It provides a good quality, nutritious forage for the heifers, and the heifers really they favor it in most cases.
Orchard grass is probably the forced grazing is wonderful.
For more information on the science and management of orchard grass, contact the Oregon Orchardgrass Commission, or you can also put this disc into your computer to access additional resources. To get specific information about this forage crop in your state, visit the USDA website. The concepts expressed in this video are based upon the book Southern Forages,